Pen pals. Noun. A friend with whom one communicates using letters, usually over a long distance. Arise. Verb. To come up from a lower to a higher position. Mindfulness. Noun. Awareness. Fleet. Noun. A group of vessels or vehicles. Cloud. Noun. A rock, boulder, a hill. Verb. To become foggy or gloomy, or obscured from sight. Pillow. Noun. A soft cushion used to support the head in bed. Verb. To rest as on a pillow. Nail. Noun. The thin, horny plate at the ends of fingers and toes on humans and some other animals. Fighter. Noun. A person who fights, a combatant. Follows. Noun. Sometimes attributive. In billiards and similar games. A stroke causing a ball to follow another ball after hitting it. Verb. To go after. To pursue. To move behind in the same path or direction. God. Noun. A being such as a monotheistic God. A single divine creator and ruler of the universe. Proper noun. The single deity of various monotheistic religions. Especially the deity of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Noun. A deity or supreme being. A supernatural, typically immortal, being with superior powers, to which personhood is attributed. Verb. To idolize. Heating. Verb. To cause an increase in temperature of an object or space. To cause to become hot. Often with up. Noun. A system that raises the temperature of a room or building. Compare heater. Adjective. Causing heat. Outputs. Noun. Production. Quantity produced, created, or completed. Verb. To produce, create, or complete. Expedition. Noun. The act of expediting something. Prompt execution. Verb. To take part in a trip or expedition. To travel. Essential. Noun. A necessary ingredient. Adjective. Necessary. Leader. Noun. Any person that leads or directs. Instance. Noun. Urgency of manner or words. An urgent request. Insistence. Verb. To mention as a case or example. To refer to. To cite. Lid. Noun. A thin skin membrane that covers and moves over an eye. Noun. The top or cover of a container. Verb. To put a lid on something. General. Noun. A general fact or proposition. A generality. Verb. To lead. Soldiers. As a general. Adjective. Including or involving every part or member of a given or implied entity. Whole etc. As opposed to specific or particular. Adverb. In a general or collective manner or sense. In most cases. Upon the whole. Lecture. Noun. A spoken lesson or exposition. Usually delivered to a group. Verb. To teach somebody. By giving a speech on a given topic. Adverb. Noun. Grammar. A word that modifies a verb. Adjective. Other adverbs. Looker. Noun. One that looks or is actively looking. A watcher, an observer. Share. Noun. A portion of something. Especially a portion given or allotted to someone. Verb. To give part of what one has to somebody else to use or consume. Rewarding. Verb. To give a reward to or for. Adjective. Giving or resulting in reward or satisfaction. Founders. Noun. One who founds or establishes. Especially said of a company. Project. Organization. State. Noun. The iron worker in charge of the blast furnace and the smelting operation. Noun. A severe laminitis of a horse. Caused by untreated internal inflammation in the hooves. Verb. Of a ship. To fill with water and sink. Mercy. Noun. Relenting. Forbearance to cause or allow harm to another. Verb. To feel mercy. Interjection. Expressing surprise or alarm. Precautions. Noun. Previous caution or care. Caution previously employed to prevent misfortune or to secure good. Captain. Noun, a chief or leader. Verb, to act as captain. Atomic. Noun, an atomic operation. Adjective, of or relating to atoms. Composed of atoms. Monatomic. Concrete. Noun, a solid mass formed by the coalescence of separate particles. A compound substance. A concretion. Verb, usually transitive, to cover with or encase in concrete. Building material. Adjective, real, actual, tangible. Descriptions. Noun, a sketch or account of anything in words. A portraiture or representation in language. An enumeration of the essential qualities of a thing or species. Definitions. Noun, a statement of the meaning of a word or word group or a sign or symbol. Dictionary definitions. Paid. Verb, to give money or other compensation to in exchange for goods or services. Countless. Adjective, too many to count, innumerable or incalculable. Equipment. Noun, the act of equipping, or the state of being equipped, as for a voyage or expedition. Pump. Noun, a device for moving or compressing a liquid or gas. Verb, to use a pump to move liquid or gas. Chew. Noun, the act of chewing, mastication with the mouth. Verb, to crush with the teeth by repeated closing and opening of the jaws. Done to food to soften it and break it down by the action of saliva before it is swallowed. Apartments. Noun, a complete domicile occupying only part of a building, especially one for rent, a flat. Entire. Noun, the whole of something, the entirety. Adjective, sometimes postpositive, whole, complete, already. Adverb, prior to some specified time. Either past, present, or future. By this time, previously. Expect. Verb, to predict or believe that something will happen. Especially. Adverb, manner, in a special manner, specially. Lengthen. Verb, to make longer, to extend the length of. Height. Noun, the distance from the base of something to the top. Dispose. Noun, the disposal or management of something. Verb, used with of, to eliminate or to get rid of something. Downtown. Noun, the main business part of a city or town, usually located at or near its center. Adjective, of, relating to, or situated in the central business district. Adverb, in or towards the central business district. Guest. Verb, to reach a partly, or totally, unqualified conclusion. Opinions. Noun, a subjective belief, judgment or perspective that a person has formed about a topic, issue, person or thing. Verb, to have or express as an opinion. Buddy. Noun, a friend or casual acquaintance. Verb, to assign a buddy, or partner, to. Hat. Noun, a covering for the head, often in the approximate form of a cone or a cylinder closed at its top end, and sometimes having a brim and other decoration. Verb, to place a hat on. Closer. Adjective, closed, shut. Clip. Noun, something which clips or grasps. A device for attaching one object to another. Verb, to grip tightly. Rehearsal. Noun, the practicing of something which is to be performed before an audience. Usually to test or improve the interaction between several participating people, or to allow technical adjustments with respect to staging to be done. Bond. Noun, evidence of a long-term debt, by which the bond issuer, the borrower, is obliged to pay interest when due, and repay the principal at maturity, as specified on the face of the bond certificate. The rights of the holder are specified in the bond indenture, which contains the legal terms and conditions under which the bond was issued. Bonds are available in two forms: registered bonds and bearer bonds. Verb, to connect, secure or tie with a bond. To bind. Stars. Noun, any small luminous dot appearing in the cloudless portion of the night sky. especially with a fixed location relative to other such dots. Verb, to appear as a featured performer or headliner, especially in an entertainment program. Noun, with the outer space. Labor. Noun, effort expended on a particular task. Toil, work. Verb, to toil, to work. Innovative. Adjective, characterized by the creation of new ideas or inventions. Closely. Adverb, in a close manner. Absence. Noun, a state of being away or withdrawn from a place or from companionship. The period of being away. Cucumbers. Noun, a vine in the gourd family, Cucumis sativus. Amazed. Verb, to fill with wonder and surprise. To astonish. Astound. Surprise or perplex. Adjective, astonished. Confounded with fear, surprise, or wonder. Greatly surprised. The following adposition may be at, with or by. Send for. Verb, to order or summon a person to one's presence. Messed. Verb, transitive, often used with up, to make untidy or dirty. Verb, to take meals with a mess. Raging. Verb, to act or speak in heightened anger. Noun, a display of rage. Adjective, volatile, very active or unpredictable. Hyphen. Noun, the symbol, typically used to join two or more words to form a compound term, or to indicate that a word has been split at the end of a line. Verb, to separate or punctuate with a hyphen. To hyphenate. Conjunction, used to emphasize the coordinating function usually indicated by the punctuation. Included. Verb, to bring into a group, class, set, or total as a new part or member. Audiences. Noun, a group of people within hearing. Specifically, a large gathering of people listening to or watching a performance, speech, etc. Coordination. Noun, the act of coordinating, making different people or things work together for a goal or effect. Commercial. Noun, an advertisement in a common media format, usually radio or television. Adjective, of or pertaining to commerce. Mom. Noun, familiar, mother. Verb, to care in a motherly way. Directions. Noun, a theoretical line, physically or mentally, followed from a point of origin or towards a destination. May be relative, e.g. up, left, outbound, dorsal, geographical, e.g. north, rotational, e.g. clockwise, or with respect to an object or location, e.g. toward Boston. Noun, instructions for how to reach a destination or how to do something. Modest. Adjective, not bragging or boasting about oneself or one's achievements. Unpretentious, humble. Organization. Noun, the quality of being organized. Famous. Verb, to make famous, to bring renown to. Adjective, well known. Boxer. Noun, a participant, fighter, in a boxing match. Maple. Noun, a tree of the Acer genus, characterized by its usually palmate leaves and winged seeds. Sensitive. Noun, a person with a paranormal sensitivity to something that most cannot perceive. Adjective, having the faculty of sensation, pertaining to the senses. Episode. Noun, an incident, action, or time period standing out by itself, but more or less connected with a complete series of events. Lock. Noun, something used for fastening, which can only be opened with a key or combination. Verb, to become fastened in place. Golf. Noun, a ball game played by individuals competing against one another in which the object is to hit a ball into each of a series of, usually 18 or 9, holes in the minimum number of strokes. Verb, to play the game of golf. Addresses. Noun, direction. Verb, to prepare oneself. Allocate. Verb, to set aside for a purpose. Religion. Noun, belief in a spiritual or metaphysical reality, often including at least one deity, accompanied by practices or rituals pertaining to the belief. Verb, engage in religious practice. Analyst. Noun, someone who analyzes. Bandages. Noun, a strip of gauze or similar material used to protect or support a wound or injury. Verb, to apply a bandage to something. Scrape. Noun, a broad, shallow injury left by scraping, rather than a cut or a scratch. Verb, to draw an object, especially a sharp or angular one, along something, while exerting pressure. Binding. Verb, to tie, to confine by any ligature. Noun, an item, usually rope, tape, or string, used to hold two or more things together. Adjective, of an agreement, contract, etc., imposing stipulations or requirements that must be honored. Alleviate. Verb, to make less severe, as a pain or difficulty. Addresses. Noun, direction. Verb, to prepare oneself. Seem. Verb, to appear, to look outwardly, to be perceived as. Canvas. Noun, a type of coarse cloth, woven from hemp, useful for making sails and tents or as a surface for paintings. Verb, to cover an area or object with canvas. Redefining. Verb, to define again or differently. Code. Noun, a short symbol, often with little relation to the item it represents. Verb, to write software programs. Specification. Noun, an explicit set of requirements to be satisfied by a material, product, or service. Pedal. Noun, a lever operated by one's foot that is used to control or power a machine or mechanism, such as a bicycle or piano. Verb, to operate a pedal attached to a wheel in a continuous circular motion. Adjective, of or relating to the foot. Herself. Pronoun, reflexive pronoun. Her, the female object of a verb or preposition that also appears as the subject. Retreat. Noun, the act of pulling back or withdrawing, as from something dangerous or unpleasant. Verb, to withdraw from a position. Go back. Pray. Verb, to direct words and or thoughts to God or any higher being, for the sake of adoration, thanks, petition for help, etc. Adverb, please, used to make a polite request. Pollution. Noun, the desecration of something holy or sacred. Defilement, profanation. Missed. Verb, to fail to hit. Admire. Verb, to be amazed at, to view with surprise, to marvel at. Particular. Noun, a small individual part of something larger. A detail. A point. Adjective, pertaining only to a part of something. Partial. Location. Noun, a particular point or place in physical space. Memorize. Verb, to learn by heart, commit to memory. Crowds. Noun, a group of people congregated or collected into a close body without order. Verb, to press forward, to advance by pushing. Noun, now dialectal. A fiddle. Verb, to play on a crowd. To fiddle. Noun, an archaic stringed instrument associated particularly with Wales, though once played widely in Europe, and characterized by a vaulted back and enough space for the player to stop each of the 6 strings. On the fingerboard. Draper. Noun, one who sells cloths, a dealer in cloths. Pleasure. Noun, a state of being pleased or contented. Gratification. Verb, to give or afford pleasure to. Interjection. Pleased to meet you. It's my pleasure. Innkeeper. Noun, the person responsible for the running of an inn, usually the proprietor. Moreover. Adverb, in addition to what has been said. Furthermore, additionally. Jerky. Adjective, characterized by physical jerking. Kettle. Noun, a vessel for boiling a liquid or cooking food, usually metal and equipped with a lid. Verb. Of the police. To contain demonstrators in a confined area. Safety. Noun. The condition or feeling of being safe. Security. Certainty. Verb. To secure. A mechanical component. As in aviation. To keep it from becoming detached even under vibration. Just. Adjective. Factually right. Correct. Factual. Adverb. Only. Simply. Merely. Interjection. Expressing dismay or discontent. Alley. Noun. A narrow street or passageway. Especially one through the middle of a block giving access to the rear of lots or buildings. Literature. Noun. The body of all written works. If. Noun. An uncertainty. Possibility. Condition. Doubt, etc. Conjunction. Supposing that. Assuming that. In the circumstances that. Used to introduce a condition or choice. Recursion. Noun. The act of recurring. Changing. Verb. To become something different. Noun. Change. Alteration. Positive. Noun. A thing capable of being affirmed. Something real or actual. Adjective. Not negative or neutral. Beginners. Noun. Someone who is just starting at something, or has only recently started. Shaved. Verb. To make bald or shorter by using a tool such as a razor or pair of electric clippers to cut the hair close to the skin. Establishment. Noun. The act of establishing, a ratifying or ordaining, settlement, confirmation. Above. Noun. Heaven. Adjective. Of heaven. Heavenly. Adverb. Directly overhead. Vertically on top of. Preposition. Physically over. On top of. Worn on top of. Set of clothing. Below. Adverb. In a lower place. Preposition. Lower in spatial position than. Point. Noun. A discrete division of something. Equipment. Noun. The act of equipping, or the state of being equipped, as for a voyage or expedition. Issue. Noun. The action or an instance of flowing or coming out. An outflow. Particularly. Verb. To flow out. To proceed from. To come out or from. Commandments. Noun. A divinely ordained command, especially one of the 10 Commandments. Levels. Noun. A tool for finding whether a surface is level, or for creating a horizontal or vertical line of reference. Verb. To adjust so as to make as flat or perpendicular to the ground as possible. Shaving. Verb. To make bald or shorter by using a tool such as a razor or pair of electric clippers to cut the hair close to the skin. Noun. A thin, shaved off slice of wood, metal, or other material. Incoming. Noun. The act of coming in. Arrival. Adjective. Coming, or about to come. In. Arriving. Interjection. A warning that something is coming towards you. Especially enemy artillery fire. Fall. Noun. The act of moving to a lower position under the effect of gravity. Verb. Heading. To be moved downwards. Module. Noun. A self-contained component of a system. Often interchangeable. Which has a well-defined interface to the other components. Minister. Noun. A person who is trained to preach. To perform religious ceremonies. And to afford pastoral care at a Protestant church. Verb. To attend to. The needs of. To tend. To take care. Of. To give aid. To give service. Otherwise. Adjective. Other than supposed. Different. Adverb. Manner. Differently, in another way. Identify. Verb. To establish the identity of someone or something. Major. Noun. A military rank between captain and lieutenant colonel. Naturalist. Noun. Except as merged with later senses. A natural philosopher. A scientist. Relations. Noun. The manner in which two things may be associated. Humor. Noun. The quality of being amusing, comical, funny. Verb. To pacify by indulging. Alleviate. Verb, to make less severe, as a pain or difficulty. Outsourcing. Verb, to transfer the management and or day-to-day execution of a business function to a third party. Service provider. Noun, the transfer of a business function to an external service provider. Counselor. Noun, a professional who counsels people, especially on personal problems. Settings. Noun, the time, place and circumstance in which something, such as a story or picture, is set. Context. Scenario. Colleagues. Noun, a fellow member of a profession. Staff, academic faculty or other organization. An associate. Shipping. Noun, the transportation of goods. Alphabet. Noun, the set of letters used when writing in a language. Verb, to designate by the letters of the alphabet. To arrange alphabetically. Range. Noun, a line or series of mountains, buildings, etc. Verb, to travel over an area, etc. To roam, wander. Fanatic. Noun, a person who is zealously enthusiastic for some cause, especially in religion. Adjective. Fanatical. Meeting. Noun, gerund, the act of persons or things that meet. Airplanes. Noun, a powered heavier than air aircraft with fixed wings. Verb, to fly in an aeroplane. Husband. Noun, the master of a house, the head of a family, a householder. Verb, to manage or administer carefully and frugally, use to the best advantage. Economize. Colonial. Noun, a person from a country that is or was controlled by another. Adjective, of or pertaining to a colony. Housekeeper. Noun, someone who owns a house as a place of residence, a householder. Pepper. Noun, a plant of the family Piperaceae. Verb, to add pepper to. Millionaire. Noun, strictly, a person whose net worth is at or greater than 1 million units of the local currency, but less than 2 million. Not. Noun, a unary operation on logical values that changes true to false, and false to true. Adverb, negates the meaning of the modified verb. Conjunction. And not. Interjection. 1990s. Used to indicate that the previous phrase was meant sarcastically or ironically. Killed. Verb, to put to death, to extinguish the life of. Adjective, of steel, deoxidized. Captured. Verb, to take control of, to seize by force or stratagem. Revive. Verb, to return to life, to become reanimated or reinvigorated. Chirping. Verb, to make a short, sharp, cheerful note, as of small birds or crickets. Noun, gerund of chirp, an instance of chirping. Appropriate. Verb, to make suitable, to suit. Adjective, suitable or fit, proper. Complexity. Noun, the state of being complex. Intricacy, entanglement. Mobile. Noun, a kinetic sculpture or decorative arrangement made of items hanging so that they can move independently from each other. Adjective, capable of being moved, especially on wheels. Noun, a portable telephone that connects with the telephone network over radio wave transmission. Expired. Verb, to die. Adjective, that is no longer valid. Necklace. Noun, an article of jewelry that is worn around the neck, most often made of a string of precious metal, pearls, gems, beads or shells, and sometimes having a pendant attached. Verb, to informally execute by necklacing, by setting on fire a petrol-filled rubber tire which has been put around the bound victim's neck. Square. Noun, a polygon with 4 sides of equal length and 4 right angles. An equilateral rectangle. A regular quadrilateral. Verb, to adjust so as to align with or place at a right angle to something else. In particular. Adjective, shaped like a square. The polygon. Dress. Noun, an item of clothing, usually worn by a woman or young girl, which both covers the upper part of the body and includes skirts below the waist. Verb. To fit out with the necessary clothing. To clothe. Put clothes on. Something or someone. Excuse. Noun. Explanation designed to avoid or alleviate guilt or negative judgment. A plea offered in extenuation of a fault. Verb. To forgive. To pardon. Mass. Noun. Physical. Matter. Material. Verb. To form or collect into a mass. To form into a collective body. To bring together into masses. To assemble. Adjective. Involving a mass of things. Concerning a large quantity or number. Jar. Noun. An earthenware container, either with two or no handles, for holding oil, water, wine, etc., or used for burial. Verb. To preserve. Food. In a jar. Rubric. Noun. A heading in a book highlighted in red. Verb. To adorn with red. To redden. Adjective. Colored or marked with red. Placed in rubrics. Guidelines. Noun. A non-specific rule or principle that provides direction to action or behavior. Returns. Noun. The act of returning. Verb. To come or go back. To a place or person. Noun. Merchandise returned to the retailer, wholesaler or supplier. Fall out. Noun. A disagreement, parting of ways. Verb. To come out of something by falling. Runes. Noun. A letter, or character, belonging to the written language of various ancient Germanic peoples, especially the Scandinavians and the Anglo-Saxons. Shrimp. Noun. Any of many swimming, often edible crustaceans, chiefly of the infraorder Caridia or the suborder Dendrobranchiata, with slender legs, long whiskers and a long abdomen. Verb. To fish for shrimp. Prices. Noun. The cost required to gain possession of something. Verb. To determine the monetary value of an item. To put a price on. Mind. Noun. The ability for rational thought. Verb. Originally and chiefly in negative or interrogative constructions. To dislike. To object to. To be bothered by. Radius. Noun. The long bone in the forearm, on the side of the thumb. Furniture. Noun. Large movable item. Usually in a room. Which enhance. The room's characteristics. Functionally or decoratively. Dagger. Noun. A stabbing weapon. Similar to a sword but with a short, double-edged blade. Verb. To pierce with a dagger. To stab. Celebration. Noun. The formal performance of a solemn rite, such as Christian sacrament. Energy. Noun. The impetus behind all motion and all activity. Meaningless. Adjective. Lacking meaning. Grandma. Noun. Grandmother. Packaged. Verb. To pack or bundle something. Adjective. Having been placed in a package. Choir. Noun. Singing group. Group of people who sing together. Company of people who are trained to sing together. Verb. To sing in concert. Spicy. Adjective. Of, pertaining to, or containing spice. Decimal. Noun. A number expressed in the base 10 system. A fractional numeral written in this system. Verb. To represent with numbers after a decimal point. Adjective. Concerning numbers expressed in decimal or mathematical calculations performed using decimal. Hope. Verb. To want something to happen, with a sense of expectation that it might. Specific. Noun. A distinguishing attribute or quality. Adjective. Explicit or definite. Caught. Verb. Heading. To capture. Overtake. Adjective. Of the method of being out in which the striker hits the ball and a fielder catches it. Bar. Noun. A solid, more or less rigid object of metal or wood with a uniform cross-section smaller than its length. Jailer. Noun. One who enforces confinement in a jail or prison. Sometime. Adjective. Former. Erstwhile. At some previous time. Adverb. At an indefinite but stated time in the past or future. Interface. Noun. The point of interconnection or contact between entities. Verb. To construct an interface for. Linguist. Noun. One who studies linguistics. Incision. Noun. A cut, especially one made by a scalpel or similar medical tool in the context of surgical operation. The scar resulting from such a cut. Ends. Noun. The terminal point of something in space or time. Verb. To come to an end. Noun. The area in close proximity to one's home. Neighborhood. Democratic. Adjective. Pertaining to democracy. Favoring democracy. Are constructed upon the principle of government by the people. Deeply. Adverb. At depth, in a deep way. Dressmaker. Noun. A person who makes tailor-made women's clothes. Procrastination. Noun. The act of postponing, delaying or putting off, especially habitually or intentionally. Chips. Noun. A small piece broken from a larger piece of solid material. Verb. To chop or cut into small pieces. Noun. A carpenter. Great. Noun. A person of major significance. Accomplishment or acclaim. Adjective. Relatively large in scale, size, extent, number, i.e. having many parts or members. Or duration, i.e. relatively long, very big. Adverb. Very well. In a very satisfactory manner. Interjection. Expression of gladness and content about something. Seems. Verb. To appear. To look outwardly. To be perceived as. Scrape. Noun. A broad, shallow injury left by scraping. Rather than a cut or a scratch. Verb. To draw. An object. Especially a sharp or angular one. Along. Something. While exerting pressure. Somewhere. Noun. Unspecified or unknown. Unlocated. Place or location. Adverb. In an uncertain or unspecified location. Add. Noun. An act or instance of adding. Verb. To join or unite, e.g. one thing to another. Or as several particulars. So as to increase the number. Augment the quantity or enlarge the magnitude. Or so as to form into one aggregate. Gone. Verb. To move. Adjective. Away. Having left. Preposition. Past. After. Later than. A time. Kidnap. Noun. The crime. Or an instance. Of kidnapping. Verb. To seize and detain a person unlawfully. Sometimes for ransom. Dance. Noun. A sequence of rhythmic steps or movements usually performed to music. For pleasure or as a form of social interaction. Verb. To move with rhythmic steps or movements. Especially in time to music. Richest. Adjective. Wealthy. Having a lot of money and possessions. Furious. Adjective. Feeling great anger, raging, violent. Quietly. Adverb. In a quiet manner. Confusing. Verb. To puzzle, perplex, baffle, bewilder. Somebody. Adjective. Difficult to understand, not clear as lacking order. Chaotic etc. Silly. Noun. A silly person. Adjective. Laughable or amusing through foolishness or a foolish appearance. Adverb. Sillily. In a silly manner. Contents. Verb. To give contentment or satisfaction. To satisfy. To make happy. Noun. That which is contained. Noun. Usually in the plural. That which is contained. Organization. Noun. The quality of being organized. Noun. Urine. Verb. To urinate. Starting. Verb. To begin, commence, initiate. Noun. The act of something that starts. Energized. Verb. To invigorate, to make energetic. Conditioner. Noun. Anything that improves the condition of something. Historical. Noun. A historical romance. Adjective. Of. Concerning. Or in accordance with recorded history. Particularly. As opposed to legends. myths, and fictions. Pork. Noun. The meat of a pig. Swine flesh. Verb. Usually of a male. To have sex with. Someone. Boat. Noun. A craft used for transportation of goods. Fishing. Racing. Recreational cruising. Or military use on or in the water. Propelled by oars or outboard motor or inboard motor or by wind. Verb. To travel by boat. Spend. Noun. Amount of money spent, during a period, expenditure. Verb. To pay out, money. Beings. Noun. A living creature. Hiatus. Noun. A gap in a series, making it incomplete. Messages. Noun. A communication. Or what is communicated. Any concept or information conveyed. Verb. To send a message to. To transmit a message to. E.g. as text via a cell phone. Noun. Shopping. Groceries. Errands. Music. Noun. A series of sounds organized in time. Employing melody, harmony, tempo etc. Usually to convey a mood. Verb. To seduce or entice with music. Domains. Noun. A geographic area owned or controlled by a single person or organization. Grandparent. Verb. To be, or act as. A grandfather to. Verb. To retain discontinued laws or rules for. A thing, person or organization previously affected by them. Noun. The parent of someone's parent. Reserved. Verb. To keep back, to retain. Adjective. Slow to reveal emotion or opinions. Endeavor. Noun. A sincere attempt. A determined or assiduous effort towards a specific goal. Assiduous or persistent activity. Verb. To exert oneself. Advancement. Noun. The act of advancing, promotion to a higher place or dignity. Oven. Noun. A chamber used for baking or heating. Managers. Noun. A person whose job is to manage something, such as a business, a restaurant, or a sports team. Massive. Noun. A homogeneous mass of rock, not layered and without an obvious crystal structure. Adjective. Very large in size or extent. All. Noun. With a possessive pronoun. Everything that one is capable of. Adjective. All gone. Dead. Adverb. Degree. Intensifier. Pronoun. Everything. Conjunction. Although. Glass. Verb. To apply fiberglass to. Noun. An amorphous solid, often transparent substance made by melting sand with a mixture of soda, potash and lime. Verb. To fit with glass. To glaze. Declare. Verb. To make clear, explain, interpret. Breath. Noun. The act or process of breathing. Decades. Noun. A group, set, or series of 10, particularly. Archaeologist. Noun. Someone who studies or practices archaeology. Barrels. Noun. A round vessel or cask, of greater length than breadth, and bulging in the middle, made of staves bound with hoops, and having flat ends or heads. Sometimes applied to a similar cylindrical container made of metal, usually called a drum. Verb. To put or to pack in a barrel or barrels. Maximum. Noun. The highest limit. Adjective. To the highest degree. Properly. Adverb. In a proper manner, appropriately, suitably, correctly, justifiably. Industrious. Adjective. Hardworking and persistent. Gum. Noun. Often in the plural. The flesh around the teeth. Verb. To chew, especially of a toothless person or animal. Garage. Noun. A building, or section of a building, used to store a car or cars, tools and other miscellaneous items. Verb. To store in a garage. Incident. Noun. An event or occurrence. Adjective. Arising as the result of an event, inherent. Invoice. Noun. A bill. A commercial document issued by a seller to a buyer indicating the product's quantities and agreed prices for products or services that the seller has already provided the buyer with. An invoice indicates that, unless paid in advance, payment is due by the buyer to the seller, according to the agreed terms. Verb, to bill, to issue an invoice to. Rather. Verb, to prefer to. Adjective, prior, earlier, former. Adverb, more quickly, sooner, earlier. Interjection, an enthusiastic affirmation. Hindered. Verb, to make difficult to accomplish, to act as an obstacle, to frustrate. Add up. Verb, to take a sum. Remember. Verb, to recall from one's memory, to have an image in one's memory. Sleeps. Verb, to rest in a state of reduced consciousness. Noun, the state of reduced consciousness during which a human or animal rests in a daily rhythm. Hotel. Noun, a large townhouse or mansion, a grand private residence, especially in France. Silence. Noun, the absence of any sound. Verb, to make someone or something silent. Interjection, be silent. Dive. Noun, a jump or plunge into water. Verb, to swim under water. Rower. Noun, one who rows. Couch. Noun, couchgrass, a species of persistent grass, Elymus repens, usually considered a weed. Cousin. Noun, the child of a person's uncle or aunt, a first cousin. Disobey. Verb, to refuse or, intentionally, fail to obey an order of somebody. Hector. Noun, sometimes in the form Hector. A blustering, noisy, turbulent fellow. A blusterer. Bully. Verb, to dominate or intimidate in a blustering way. To bully. To domineer. Farmer. Noun, a person who works the land and or who keeps livestock, especially on a farm. Ordinary. Noun, a person with authority. Authority. Ordinance. Adjective, of a judge, having regular jurisdiction, now only used in certain phrases. Patch. Noun, a piece of cloth, or other suitable material, sewed or otherwise fixed upon a garment to repair or strengthen it, especially upon an old garment to cover a hole. Verb, to mend by sewing on a piece or pieces of cloth, leather, or the like. Covered. Verb, to place something over or upon, as to conceal or protect. Adjective, overlaid, with, or enclosed, within something. Arrangement. Noun, the act of arranging. Improving. Verb, to make something better, to increase the value or productivity of something. Adjective, that tends to improve someone or something, especially to educate or morally better a person. Laugh. Noun, an expression of mirth particular to the human species. The sound heard in laughing. Laughter. Verb, to show mirth, satisfaction, or derision, by peculiar movement of the muscles of the face, particularly of the mouth, causing a lighting up of the face and eyes, and usually accompanied by the emission of explosive or chuckling sounds from the chest and throat. To indulge in laughter. Digest. Verb, to distribute or arrange methodically, to work over and classify, to reduce to portions for ready use or application. Procrastination. Noun, the act of postponing, delaying or putting off, especially habitually or intentionally. Joining. Verb, to connect or combine into one, to put together. Noun, the act or result of joining. A joint or juncture. Rubbish. Noun, refuse, waste, garbage, junk, trash. Verb, to criticize, to denigrate, to denounce, to disparage. Adjective, exceedingly bad, awful. Interjection, used to express that something is exceedingly bad, awful, or terrible. Happiness. Noun, the emotion of being happy, joy. Kind. Noun, a type, race or category. A group of entities that have common characteristics such that they may be grouped together. Clock. Noun. An instrument used to measure or keep track of time. A non-portable timepiece. Verb. To measure the duration of. Setter. Noun. One who sets something, especially a typesetter. Interpreter. Noun. One who conveys what a user of one language is saying or signing. In real time or shortly after that person has finished communicating to a user of a different language. Contrasted with a translator. Government. Noun. The body with the power to make and or enforce laws to control a country. Land area. People or organization. Nominate. Verb. To name someone as a candidate for a particular role or position, including that of an office. Adjective. Nominotypical. Autumn. Noun. Traditionally the third of the 4 seasons. When deciduous trees lose their leaves. Typically regarded as being from September 24th to December 22nd in parts of the Northern Hemisphere. And the months of March, April and May in the Southern Hemisphere. Adjective. Of or relating to autumn. Autumnal. Disabilities. Noun. State of being disabled. Deprivation or want of ability. Absence of competent physical, intellectual, or moral power. Means. Fitness. And the like. Bundle. Noun. A group of objects held together by wrapping or tying. Verb. To tie or wrap together into a bundle. Verb. Often with on. To jump into a dog pile. Cubes. Noun. A regular polyhedron having 6 identical square faces. Verb. To raise to the 3rd power. To determine the result of multiplying by itself twice. Noun. A cubicle. Especially one of those found in offices. Composing. Verb. To make something by merging parts. People. Noun. Used as plural of person. A body of human beings considered generally or collectively. A group of 2 or more persons. Verb. To stock with people or inhabitants. To fill as with people. To populate. Noun. An individual. Usually a human being. Fought. Verb. To contend in physical conflict, either singly or in war, battle etc. Lyricist. Noun. A person who writes the lyrics of a song. Exactly. Adverb. Manner. Without approximation. Precisely. Interjection. Signifies agreement or recognition. Mixture. Noun. The act of mixing. Invite. Verb. To ask for the presence or participation of someone or something. Reputable. Adjective. Having a good reputation. Honorable. Production. Noun. The act of producing, making or creating something. Authenticate. Adjective. Of the same origin as claimed. Genuine. Verb. To render authentic. To give authority to. By the proof. Attestation. Or formalities required by law. Or sufficient to entitle to credit. Rain check. Noun. Any voucher or note from a merchant to a customer to provide an item the merchant has run out of at a later date for the item's current price. Or, in a more literal sense, to provide a service at a later date. Celebrated. Verb. To extol or honor in a solemn manner. Adjective. Famous or widely praised.